I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, Chili's baby back rib. I want my baby Chili's baby back rib.
Barbecue sauce.
I want my baby back, Chili's baby back rib. I want my baby Chili's baby back rib.
Barbecue sauce.
I got my baby.
Silence! I now call to order the first meeting of the Ancient Mystic Society of No Homers.
Hey, fellas, can I join?
Sorry? No Homers.
This morning, but I didn't wake till the afternoon because I slept in late with a great mental state and a date with destiny. I rolled down the block without a cop or even stressing me, let alone arresting me or giving me a ticket. It's coming into summer and the weather's fucking wicked.
Say goof.
I wish I could play more of that song. I'm on the bottom. I don't want to be on the bottom.
That's
what were you doing in that wrestling move there? The head buried in the. Because look what happens. If I do that, then I get covered up. I don't want to get covered up. I'm going to put you up there. There you go. That's your
cover me up.
I can't. I wish StreamYards would allow me to move the friggin' comment over just a touch. But alas, you're going to have to get covered up. Welcome to the old show. That's the new show. Yes, that's right. I keep my mouth shut when it comes to Rob. For anyone who doesn't know, Rob and I used to do a show. It was called, I can't remember if it's called the Mike and Rob Show or the Rob and Mike Show, whatever it was called.
On, we know what it was called.
Yeah. It was a while ago. How long was it? It was 2 friggin' years or something?
It's been a while. It's a good show, though.
It was a good show, but it was mostly all just chatting about crowdfunding and Comicsgate and what's going on. And it was mostly Rob trying to get me cancelled and having me tap dance and tiptoe and not offend anyone. It was good. It was good chemistry.
It was a cult classic, Mike, I would say.
It was. It was. Mo says it was called the Way Too Frequent Show. Yeah, we struggled. We struggled for content on that show. But I thought, why not branch out a little bit? We all enjoy Rob's grumpy takes on the art share. So I thought, there's gold to be mined here. Let's show him some other things that aren't necessarily art. I do have some crowdfunding campaigns, and I'm sure you haven't seen. And I think they're a bit interesting. I'd like to hear your take on them.
Sure.
Yeah, we're just gonna look at some stuff, some things that I've found that I think, I don't know, you might have an idea about. So Grumpy Takes, yeah. Oh, we're also looking for a name. Grumpy Takes, that's a good one. Like, I don't know if the Rob and Mike show really sells what we're doing here. Yeah. So if you have a cool name, tag me on Twitter or something, and we'll figure something out. I'm just going to very quickly say hello to some people in chat. I know Rob gets a little grumpy as well when we do that. But Gary G snuck in first. I'm going to honor him like I always do. Pop him up there. Who else we got? We had Moromi, we had Eric Grant, Hale, and Mo Biggs, the Golden Wrench.
Read this one from Mo.
Bancroft is trying to ride this crippled mule to get a ground to a halt. Pretty much.
Unbelievable.
Pretty much. Statistical Zero says the next show. I did think about that. But I don't know if we're going to have enough. Like, you could do next on ArtShare because I got like 35 slides. I don't have anywhere near that much stuff. I don't know what's going to work here. I'm just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. So we'll see how we go. Did I say Cranberry Langes? All right, I'll say hello to Bretsky the Great. I'll say hello to Pastmaster Dan and Timescales. How about Casey Anthony as well? We also, yesterday, Rob, I've got this format here because it won't let me. I can do this. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know if it's any better. Yesterday I did that goal thing with the super chats. Rob hates everything. That's a good one, actually. Rob Arnold. Rob hates everything. Let me actually write some of these down. Rob hates everything. That's not bad. Tag me though. Otherwise, we'll be typing stuff out. So I did this goal whatever super chat thing yesterday, and it worked well. And I was trying to think, do we do it again today? So that's another thing.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
But essentially, you set a goal for super chats. So
Right.
yesterday it was if I get 5 super chats, I will draw a sketch card of King Crypto because I had Pete Samedi on.
Mm-hmm.
And can I go? I can't even go. So I can. And actually, we did get the 5 super chats. Thank you very much, Critical Reads. I actually did them yesterday. Check them out, Rob.
Like, what's happened? You don't suck at drawing now. What the fuck?
I don't know. I guess just practice. So now
Who would've
3
thought?
one of them was for Critical Reads, and he picked this one. He wants this one. The other one
Yeah,
was
that's
for
pretty good.
SDA. I don't know if he's in the chat. I haven't seen him yet. But I realized I don't know his Twitter. So I got to find out a way to get in touch with SDA because he'll either pick this one or this one. And whichever one is left over, Mo gets it because Casey Anthony won and gave it to Mo.
Well,
So-
Mo's the middle one. Let's
What's
be.
that? That's the one.
Mo's getting the middle one. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I tried to do something a little different on each of them.
Who would have thought if you just did something over and over and over again, you'd get better at it? God.
I know, but what I bring that up because I'm trying to think what can we do for super chat goals for this show for you, something for you to do. I don't
For
know. I don't know
me
if you
to
want-
do.
I don't know. Not necessarily like you could review something. You could show. I don't know. You could draw something. People like your drawings.
Hmm.
It's no. Well, the wheel was. Give the best one to the guys who don't show up, says Mo Biggs. Yeah, that's how it is. We don't know yet, Mo, which one yours is, so we'll see.
I mean,
art
maybe
is simple. Persistence beats resistance. Oh, man, you guys are smart.
Maybe
Can I
could
refund
draw-
my card from last year for something recent? What are you trying to say, Jasper? You're trying to say that
nudity.
I've gotten better? That the card you got before was trash?
Hmm.
That sounds a bit mean. I have. That's not what I want to share. Where's it? Hang on.
Maybe I could draw your caricature Bancroft of your guy over Carl Pilkington.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Can we do a goal now? Let's set up a goal. So
Now, what's my
5
cut from this show? What are you paying me?
5 super chats over the next, let's say, well, I don't know how long the show's going to go, so I'll just put 2 hours. It's fine. And if it's achieved, Rob will draw Mike for the background.
Hmm.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's start that goal. All right, excellent. That's actually a really good idea. All right. Bancroft's talent growth rate is nearly half that of his proud forehead. I did make Ricky Gervais's forehead larger. That is true.
Did you?
Yeah. It was his hairline was all the way down here. It wasn't anything good. No membership goal giveaways. I know, right? Well, I wish there was, but I don't think there is. I don't think they do that. You get paid in exposure, says Perth Comics.
That's
Exactly.
the worst kind of payment. Don't you think like that
Loads of
Zangief
bucks.
looks like an angry penis?
The what does?
The Zangief kind of looks like an angry penis head.
Well, I mean, I picked him to resemble you, so I don't know. I don't know if you want to be making those statements.
I don't know.
But there's a bunch of angry Zangief heads. We can change it every week. Keep it fresh. Because I know that that's you, Rob. That's another name for the show. Angry Penis Head. That's Rob to a T. Exactly. So I even put in Twitter into dark mode because I know everyone complains about that. I don't want to burn their retinas.
Oh,
I have
so good.
Yeah. I've updated the homepage to thelucentcomic.com to reflect the new art that I've recently colored. You can sign up there to Fractured Mind, which is going live in June. And also, look what Rob just sent me.
Yeah. I didn't just set that up before the stream. Like, that's being,
You can sign up to join the replicator list. And I put that link in the chat. I should probably pin it somewhere. I've got it here. Yeah, I'm going to pin it to the chat. Pin message. And yeah, you can stay up to date with all things replicator. Look at this fantastic art. This is the connecting covers, I believe.
It is, yeah. I haven't shown them off yet, so this is like a sneak peek.
Sneak peek. Thank you, Maroni.
You got super chats already coming in, Mike.
I know. See, I tell you, it works. Now, the $2 ones don't count, unfortunately. But thank you nonetheless, Cranberry Langers. Your mums, that's right. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, Cranberry Langers. Yeah, it's just the teal ones or above. I think it's $5. Rob's face in the thumbnail is great. He looks like he hates everything. Totally accurate. Thank you very much. And
I just think people like everything too much. Like, you can't just like everything.
Yeah, that's me.
It's very infuriating.
That's me. I like things too much, and it's boring.
Yeah.
You need some conflict. You need someone who doesn't like things, who sees something and will just say exactly what they think. Like this. I thought we'd just dive right in. I did a short on this chick. It was the only short YouTube ever scrubbed. I tried re-uploading. I tried everything. I was super nice. I didn't say anything mean. And it just was like, no, not having it.
My sister... Like, how do you even say this, Bancroft? I don't want to watch a show because one of the main people in it is very unattractive to my eyeballs. Like,
yeah, but then they say, "What, you want to be attracted to a little girl?" Well, first of all, she's like 22 or something, but it's not about that. It's about aesthetics. It's about.
She looks like she crushes cans on her forehead.
Look. Critical Reads is not. This show has become forest themed. Sumo says, respect the pause, Bancroft. Well, I want to make it worth Rob's time by you paying me, you see. Hashtag Bancroft hates the pause. Exactly. Jasper Player 9 says, this doesn't count, losers. Thank you for the $2, Jasper. We'll see how we go. Well, Dick Martin sent one. He said, Rob Rage with Mike and Rob. That's a good one, Rob Rage. Oh, my God.
Sumo says it's ironic Rob talking about things unattractive to the eyeballs. That is so just uncalled for, Sumo.
Well, you don't have to be attractive yourself to be able to recognize. I mean, look, I'm not even talking about attractiveness. Forget attractiveness because I don't think anyone's looking up here at these top ones thinking, oh, yeah, she's so attractive. She looks just like a regular young girl. First of all, it's just like I just want to use the word aesthetics. That's all I'm going to say, because it is a bit, you're kind of walking the line here of weirdness, but why? That's just all I want to ask is why. There's a cosplayer. This random TikToker looks exactly like her. It looks like a friggin' filter.
Like, what's the thought process of hiring her? That would be my question. Like, is it she's the best person for the role, or is it some kind of statement that they're trying to make?
I don't know, because it's not as if she just stole the show. From the moment she was on screen, I watched the whole season. She was annoying as hell. I don't remember Ellie being like that in the game. She's not annoying. This one is swearing nonstop. It was annoying. And so it's not like, like with Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, okay, race swap, but it's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
or it's Denzel. You know, this chick, I don't know. But we did get another super chat. Thank you very much, Critical Reads, the derp of us. Oh, yeah. Henry says it's about recognizing the ugly aesthetic. That's the modern paradigm. I feel like that's probably right.
They lost me after the gay episode, Mike. I've got to say, like, that was just what
They took a little detour to
why
just go into the lives of two men living in the post-apocalyptic world.
I just want to see zombies and stuff and people dying. I want to see love.
Making a life of it. Mo says the first episode was very well done. The second was mid. I didn't watch the first or the third because I already have to sit through enough gay shit on this channel.
And what's the deal with Pedro Pascal? Like when he first kind of came around, like in Game of Thrones, I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I kind of dig him. And then every time I see him now, it's like, oh, this fucking guy again.
Oh my god, I was gonna. There was a tweet early and I didn't pull it up because I didn't know. I was a Pedro Pascal, and who's the other guy who plays the friggin' the TIE fighter guy? They're like hugging. They're like lounging like they're two gay men. I wish I had have saved it. I did look at it earlier and I was like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, all right, I can just bring this up. Hold on a sec.
Darth Vader. The guy in the TIE fighter. Yeah, it could be.
Where is it?
Jesus. What? That's not real.
That's real. And he has this thing. He has this thing where he has to touch people and have people touch him because he gets anxious, he says. No, you got to see this image of him. And who's the other actor? What's his name? Look there you go.
Wow.
Hanging out with Baby Yoda. No, you've
this
got to
is why
see
people
it.
don't like celebrities, man. Like, no one can get away wearing those boots. Dude,
No. Who is the guy who played? No, not that. Oscar Isaac. Yes, thank you. Let me look up Pedro Pascal, Oscar Isaac. How do you spell Isaac? Like that? There's a picture there. That could be me and you, Rob, just hanging out at the pub. Hands touching, cheek to forehead.
I feel like this Pedro Pascal kind of snuck in. Like he was good early on, and then everyone embraced him, and now he's like, yeah, I'm a fucking weirdo.
I like Oscar Isaac in Dune. I thought he was really good. And he's been good in other stuff. But, yeah, there's something going on in Hollywood at the moment that, yeah. And I feel like it has to do with that chick, and it's a very like they're very anti-masculine. So is Rob the woman in the relationship? Oh well, it's up to interpretation. I think I got another super chat from Coke Zempic. I just want to know how much do I have to super chat to make Camel cry? I think $5 is probably pretty good. That one didn't count because it was $5 Australian. Oh my god.
Camel only cries if it's $100.
If he doesn't get $100, essentially. Instead of art share, this could be media share. Time for me to get some sleep. Good night, all. This is worse than the time Bancroft and Rod did that experiment to see if they could. All right, we don't need to read all of that out. Yeah, it's about the what were we talking about? The uglifying of media. Did you see this?
What the fuck is that?
Have you seen this?
No. Oh my god.
This is from is it a Silver Surfer movie or this is from Fantastic Four? Do you guys know? I don't even know. But yeah, what do you think, Rob? Hollywood.
I saw a piece of art the other day where there was Silver Surfer and a female Silver Surfer. I'm like, oh damn, that's pretty hot.
There is a female Silver Surfer.
Yeah, she looks pretty hot. And then what is this?
Well, let's look at it. She got a thick neck.
Why does she have makeup on her face? Like she's got lip makeup and eye makeup on, and she's silver.
Yeah, that is weird. She looks like a Cleopatra or something. This stream is making me so sad. Needs more hips and tits. Fantastic Four. All right, I think it's from the new Fantastic Four. But check this out. So that's Hollywood's take. Oh, we did get another super chat, by the way. Thank you very much, Granby Langes. Is this teal? It looks green to me. The color of dragons for Rob. Maybe the color of Spider-Man's green and black outfit. Some other things Rob hates. Everyone loves making you hate
this
things.
Is so ugly. Like what's the reflection on her boobs? Like what is that? Like there's got like a
it is very low res, so you know, take that for what it is. But it looks like old silver that hasn't been polished in a while. Silver surface is supposed to be chrome.
Yeah, chrome.
This just looks dirty.
Yeah.
And kind of that they've completely eschewed heroic proportions, which is so weird because you've got the technology to make people pretty much any shape you want now. Anytime you've got a superhero in a suit, that's all CGI. So they could totally do that, but they make it more realistic and then also not that appealing on purpose. I mean, she's actually quite thick if you look like compared to the
over her
suit.
face. Like, why does she have black lips and black eyes?
I don't know.
Is there more, or is this it?
Yes. Well, there was that, and then look, Anna posted this. Someone posted this: Marvel versus Mid-Journey. So that's AI. That's what. Well, even though I don't know about it's not a suit. Like there shouldn't be a wrinkle line, but that's just Mid-Journey. That's AI. I mean, take your pick. Which way, Western man?
It's just are they just trying to make people angry so people talk about their things,
probably,
and then not go see them.
Actually, I think definitely they do rage baiting. Yeah. How much better? It's crazy. Well, look, and it's. I mean, who knows? That probably took 2 seconds to make, and someone said, "Oh, like yeah, but it doesn't move though." Try making it move, and it's not good, but. It's not difficult. If AI can do this, I mean, it's pretty terrible, but at least it's moving.
It looks like she's farting.
It's very weird, but the point is made. It shouldn't be difficult for Hollywood to do this.
Wow.
Beastman says Fantastic Four will do less dollars than Minecraft. Oh, Minecraft is going crazy. She's hanging ass.
Ugh.
It's actually pretty scary though. Because I remember there was a big backlog of CGI workers back when they were doing Ant-Man, and now AI is probably about to take over. Bretsky says they aren't hiding anymore. They're showing off their pedo mentality. I didn't want to bring it up, but I mean, yeah, that looks like the build of a 12-year-old.
That's pretty creepy, man.
There's no shape. The boobs are very pubescent. It's like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what you've got. Are you interested in any of these, Rob? Are you going to watch Fantastic Four and what's the other one coming out? No, Avengers.
I do want to see Sinners though. That looks like it'll be fun.
Sinners.
Yeah.
What's that?
Michael B. Jordan horror movie.
You're into horror, aren't you?
I love it. Yeah,
I'm not really. I haven't seen any of the new. Who's that guy that makes them? The Key and Peele guy. I haven't seen any of them. Other people say they're good.
The first one was good.
It's the chick from Ozark, Julia Garner. I watched the first episode of Ozark and I was like, this is too much. It's like watching The Boys. It's too much. I want to relax when I watch TV. I don't want to feel uncomfortable all the time. Dr. Doom will fail big. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what's going on. What have I got here? I did that. Oh, well, there you go. Going from one female thing to the next. Here's an article. We need less male-centric Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi star has a perfect pitch for a teenage Leia Star Wars. So the future of Star Wars, just like the MCU now, is girls and ladies. How are you feeling about Star Wars at the moment?
I'm done. I've been done with Star Wars for a long time, man. Like pretty much since Jar Jar Binks came on the scene. I'm like, that was so
You were out there.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing ever. Do you, in your life, do you know any girl or woman who's into Star Wars, like properly into it, collects
Apart
things?
from Anna, no.
No. My mother liked it. She was actually, back in the day, she really liked the movies and everything. She was into it, but not beyond that. I mean, just a movie. Like, she never collected anything. Does anyone in the chat know any girl or woman in their life that is into Star Wars?
Star Wars pisses me off, man, because I feel like they've got so many great stories in that's been written that they just refuse to adapt to movies or TV shows. They just keep going back to Luke, Darth Vader, and that kind of storyline over and over again in a different way. And it's just like, you know, give me all the sick Sith Lords, man. Give me all those guys.
Yeah. Well, I think they've done that in extended universe stuff and some cartoons a little bit, or maybe some video games. But yeah, they just keep going back to this trash for the main stuff. It's crazy. Moses is known a few. Sumo says one, and it's not like they're knocking down the door. And they've been trying the Force is female thing for God knows how long, 10 years now. It's been almost 10 years, I think. And it ain't happening. Why make Star Wars for teens? It's supposed to be for little kids. Yeah, that's crazy. My son couldn't care less about Star Wars. Couldn't care less. And he is obsessed with Fortnite and football and boy stuff. He couldn't care less. And I was obsessed with Star Wars when I was a kid. And they just completely threw it in the trash.
I feel like they need to separate it into like 3 different categories. Like, you know, let the females and the trans people have their side and they can do whatever they want with it. You know, give us some original stories and then keep doing the same shit you've been doing for the last 30 years with Luke and Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Give it some new stuff though. Fuck. It's frustrating.
It ain't coming. It
No,
ain't
it's not
coming.
gonna come.
It's yeah. I'm with you. I'm completely checked out. I don't care. I don't care at all. Everyone's like, "Where's Camel?" We are reviving an old show with a slightly new format. We will be talking about some crowdfunds in a moment. That I want to show Rob and get his takes. I think they're good, but we'll see what Rob thinks. He might hate them. I saw this tweet. Look at this. We don't need to listen to it. Just look at this. Like, look at what Star Wars used to look like.
Yeah.
Even just films. And probably the best new film is Dune. But I think even this, like if I think of some of the scenes, some of the settings and the cinematography, I think this even is above it. And this was just, I mean, it was obviously pretty big, but this was the movies back in the 80s.
Look at the cinematography, the mood, the setting. Like, it's just all, you're on the edge of your seat as to what's going to happen here. It looks fucking wicked.
Lighting.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't know how much I could play of this, but like compared to what we get now, compared to 99% of stuff, I know the color palette, and it's the same for TV shows too. Go back and watch old friggin' X-Files TV shows and the way they filmed them. The new format is Rob hating things. Yes, because I love most things, and things that I don't love, I just ignore. But you know, Rob will voice his opinions. When knowledge meets effort, something you don't see anymore. Well, you can lose the knowledge. They can lose the, you know, well, plus as well, they don't even do a lot of the old film stuff anymore. So there's certain things that just aren't coming back.
But how cool is that just as like a picture? Like if you just see that as a picture, not a video, like that is fucking ominous.
We literally didn't. I mean, we loved it, but we didn't know that it was going to go away. We didn't know how good we had it. You know,
this is the thing that pisses me off with Hollywood, though, Bancroft. Like, someone will create something incredible, right? People will go, "Oh, fuck, that's amazing! I love that thing." Then they'll do that, and then Hollywood will go, "Hey, this thing's popular. Let's change it." Oh, what? No one likes the thing anymore? That pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah, look at it. Jav and Mo saying the same thing, that you don't get this with CGI. And if you watch the new Daredevil TV show, I mean, so much of the backgrounds are CGI in that thing. It looks like you're in Fortnite. They're like you've walked into a Fortnite room. It's crazy. Yeah, you can't. And you know they're doing with the Star Wars now. Everything is filmed in that big. I don't know if you've seen it. That big room that they just have these high definition screens on, so they can use Unreal Engine and just have the background be any background they want in this big dome, essentially. And I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look like this. It doesn't have that quality. And the same with Lord of the Rings. You know, we'll be watching Lord of the Rings for 100 years.
And look how simple this is. It's a stage that has orange stairs on it, has a blue background and smoke and a figure. Like that's it. And how good does it look?
Yeah, especially when it starts moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the shadow. And then
yeah, man.
They just don't do this anymore.
No.
This is what we've lost. And this was what? Is it 40 years ago? What is it? Yeah, 40 years ago. 40 years ago, they don't do this anymore. They just don't do it. Or they can't. It's pretty crazy. Practical effects stand the test of time. Yeah, and the practical effects have to be done by practical effect technicians. And, you know, people who have that skill, like Mo was saying earlier. And if you don't pass that knowledge on, or you don't pass that industry on, it goes away. And all of a sudden you find, well, you can't do it anymore because it's too expensive because there's no economy of scale. Coke Zampic for 5. Dr. Jordan Peterson has talked about the connection between beauty and the holy. Hollywood makes things ugly and it's a rejection of the holy. That's a really good point. Yeah. I mean, look, we were just looking at, okay, and then we go, let's show this. Where was that? Darth Vader. And then, where was it? I went over it, but I want to show that.
Like you look at this, and you think of it in terms of like a comic, Mike. You've got the orange at the front, you've got the blue at the back, you've got the figure standing there. It's just sick.
Look at this contrast. I mean, that ain't right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point too, B-Spin. I watched a whole video on that. The reason why it is because movies are made for the big cinemas with all the friggin' 180 speakers, and then they squash it all down to a stereo and it gets completely destroyed. Good TVs, you should be able to set it so it turns all the sound effects down and dialogue up, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Mo said something here. That's true. They used to only use green screens for things they couldn't pull off. Now there's that famous scene of Samuel L. Jackson sitting in a room holding a gun. Everything was CGI, including the gun. Bancroft wishes they used Sweeney and silver paint. Well, I mean, I'm sure probably most people do. There was a discussion that has broken out around this Silver Surfer thing about whether it should be
that's like
or big saggies. You know,
that's like now that you mention that, that's way creepier, man. That you brought the age thing into it, because now you said it, and it's like, yeah, that's really messed up. Like, what are we doing here?
It just feels weird and bad. I saw Aldous tweet this the other day. You read the Song of Ice and Fire books? Did you read them?
Yeah, they're like the only books I've read in like the last 20 years.
Aldous points out that this guy, Ty Frank, has written 10 novels and 10 novellas since 2011. And George R.R. Martin hasn't put out a single book in that time. 13 years late.
So weird, dude.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I feel sorry for his agent, though. Like, his agent must be just suicidal 24/7, you know, like calls him up. Please, do you have another page for me? Man. Crazy.
What book is it? The 7th? It's like there's a whole bunch. He just all of a sudden forgot that he needed to write. And he is old and fat. Old fat people don't last that long.
Yeah, I wonder like what's going on in his head. Like, did he just give up after watching the TV series? Like, is he that unhappy with how it turned out that he's just doesn't want to do it anymore? Because like it was the biggest thing in the world at that point in time. Like the biggest thing.
Yeah, because he probably gave them the rough notes of what happens, and then they completely screwed it up. And now everyone hated that, and now he has to figure out a way to make people like it again.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he could do, but he has to actually do it. His waffling here is like, oh, why isn't he writing Winds of Winter and he's opening a bookstore? And he's like, I'm not working in the bookstore. I'm not going to ring you up on the till. This is bizarre. 13 years late, biggest book series and one of the biggest book series in the world. Can't get it done. It's crazy. He doesn't care anymore, so I don't care about it either. Yeah, it's gotten a bit to that, isn't it?
Yeah, that must be it. He must have just checked out, which is crazy considering he had the biggest thing in the world. And he's just like, nah, I'm done. So
many people would literally, sell their left nut to be in his position. You see that time and time again, though.
Beastman says it's because he's afraid of being criticized for a lousy ending. I reckon any half-decent ending would be, critically acclaimed after what happened with the show.
I think the ending would have been fine if they had fleshed it out properly like they were doing in the first 5 seasons. And it made sense. I think her turning bad and how it went down is perfectly fine. It just didn't make sense in the show because they rushed the last season. And someone counted them all. It was something like 180 left threads.
Yeah.
Unfinished in that show. 180. That they spent seasons building up.
Maybe he just can't write all those threads to their end. Like maybe he just can't figure out how to tie them all
written
together.
Himself into a
written himself into a mess.
Yeah, could be.
Such a shame.
I just thought that was crazy. 13 years late. A lot of people saying, it's like crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be. All right, I do want to show you some crowdfunds.
Wouldn't you go to like a really good fantasy author and go like, hey, I need some help with this. Let's smash this out together and get it done? Like,
sure. I mean, does he not have a lot of big authors have like ghostwriters that work with them to flesh things out? You would think maybe that's why he's late. He doesn't do that.
Yeah,
a lot do. Like, I need to. Because just something to get you started, and then you, as the writer, can go in and polish it up and change things. Like, I thought that was a normal practice. Coke Zampic says, "Goal reached. Get on it." Did we get? I thought we were only up to 3. Did I get another super chat I didn't read? I apologize if I did. Oh no, that was Coke Zampic's one. Thank you very much. All right, that means Rob, you have to by next week draw me there.
Okay, can I draw it and then like you redraw it so it looks properly?
Well, let's do yours first and then I'll redo it.
All right.
Or maybe we'll get AI to do it. I mean, who knows? AI can draw better than I can. Thank you very much, Coke Zempic, and everyone who super chatted. Nice haircut. Thank you. Yeah, Mel did it just before.
But yeah, it's like I just can't get over it. Like I just can't get how everyone who's associated with him can't force him to figure out a resolution to this problem. Like his agent, his publisher can't go, listen, we need to make this happen. You want to get paid? You want to, whatever it is, let's get ghostwriters in. Let's get other fantasy guys in. Let's get this series finished. It's the biggest thing in the world. Let's get it done. Crazy.
Sark reckons it's already done. He's trolling us. Imagine that was it. Yeah, I read the first one. I thought it was fantastic. I really liked the way he wrote it. The style of writing was really good. But then he was like 7 years late on his latest one. I was like, I'm not getting into a series that isn't going to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready to check out some crowdfunds? We're going to go old school. Rob is going to give his opinion.
As long as you put
some
your
books
headphones
that
in.
I found. I have to stop. I have to show you because this guy has a very interesting technique of doing the trailer. The trend in trailers has been to go cinematic. This guy's going, he's doing old school, but he's kind of. I'll let you watch it.
Hi, I'm Simon Roy. Hi, I'm Simon Roy. Hi, I'm Simon Roy. I'm here to talk to you about my new book, A Star Called the Sun.
What do you think so far?
I hate him. With
I
every
thought it
fiber
was
of my
good,
being.
whimsy. I think it's funny. I like the sense of humor. He's kind of making fun of this style of.
Yeah.
Let me go. He goes.
He's a regular Bill Burr, that guy.
He keeps going with it too. Look at this. I think this is funny. I like it. He's not thinking.
That is kind of funny. I will give
That's
him
good.
that.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but also like you're trying to sell a book, man. Like,
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. He's like the trailers even sell books. You know, I think that's what he's thinking. I think it's like Kickstarter says, yeah, Kate, I like his style. Art says, Jay says pretentious and lame. Eric says, I'm with Rob on this one. Next. Okay, well, I think, yeah, Kickstarter says books that have trailers sell whatever, blah, 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 more. So I thought it was, I mean, it might just be my sense of humor. I don't know. But this is the story. I don't think you're going to like the art, but I don't know. I like
what the hell is that thing?
I don't know. It's I think it's just like a weird alien creature. It's some sort of leg moving thing, taking a selfie with this guy. What style would you call this? How would you describe it?
How would I describe this? He's trying. He's trying.
Did you see how much he raised?
Oh no, it's crazy. This can't be his first book. He must have some sort of following.
I would imagine. Von Stugel says ass. I like this. I got nothing against this style. I quite like it.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It says an effort was made. Damn, you guys are tough.
Oh, Angela Caro's got it. She says it's so flat it feels French.
No, that wasn't. That was two different people. Just because they're both purple.
Well, I like it.
It's so flat. It's French. No, that's two different people. Yeah, maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah.
A bit Jimenez. I don't know if it's Jimenez, but yeah, there you go. It's called what's it called? Look at that, 65 grand. And from 640 backers, he must be selling big ticket items. That's it's called A Star Called the Sun. I'm gonna put the old link in the chat if anyone wants to go watch the rest of the trailer. I think it was funny. I liked it. Some person likes Euro comics. I'm with you, some person.
I'd say it's a 6 out of 10.
Jay says, this style of art makes me hate comics. Oh my God. Wow.
Welcome to the dark side.
65K in Aussie bucks. What's it in American? Oh, it's
30?
Canadian. 57,000. I don't know what that is in US dollar bucks. $40 in real money. All right. Judd doesn't mind it. Yeah. Look, it just depends on the story. If it's right for the story, it works. If it's not, it's not.
It's one of those things, you don't mind the style, but it's not going to make you buy the comic based on the style alone.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. If you're like an art guy and you're like, oh, I got to see some really sick art, this isn't going to convince you.
Eric the Guapo. We fought and won the Revolutionary War, so we don't have to deal with stuff like this.
Corey says manga looks better. Sark says he's Canadian. That explains it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Canadians and Australians have similar humor. I like this trailer. I mean, I don't know how often you can get away with that. I don't think you could do it again, but way better than just sort of sitting in a room and being serious about it like I've done in the past. All right, I got this one here. Oh, I didn't want to show you. Damn it. I wanted to show you these pages. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they're pretty good. I think if you saw these pages, you'd be like, yeah, this is, we got battles and blood. I think you would be totally into this. Look at this. Guts and gore and everything.
You're not showing anything.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm an idiot. That's because I had to share the audio. My bad. I'm sorry. I forgot. All right, here we go. Sorry, my bad. So here you go.
Oh,
what do you reckon? It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Some decapitation.
This page here I thought you'd really like.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, like it actually reminds me a little bit of Replicator with the big blood splurts and everything.
Yeah.
And heads getting chopped off.
Death, love it. Violence. Need more of more violence. Yeah, okay.
Maybe a little bit more like depth with the colors. A little bit.
Sure.
But you keep scrolling. And then it starts to start. What do you make of these outfits here?
Starts to get weird.
starts to get a little Kickstarter, I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, the arts. I mean, that's great
cool
page.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, I like that.
But I'm questioning.
Why are they all so naked though? Like,
yeah. Well, I want to show you these pages first because I think the art is really, really good. But what do you make of this cover? This guy here, he looks a little bit like you, Rob. Do you see it?
Yeah. Same cod
piece. Do you get around in a cod piece?
I do, yeah. That's how I roll.
Bunch of dude in tidy hair. Why are you doing this? I just wanted to get Rob's take because I thought this book.
Is it written by a gay artist? Like, no joking.
Surely it must be. It must be like
targeted towards gay people. Because there are quite a few people that do that.
Yeah. Is it usually they would say like we're some gay guys trying to tell a gay story, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. I didn't read through it. I just saw it and I thought, the art looks really good.
American Dick Fight Island.
What?
Jose Garcia says it's American Dick Fight Island.
Valley Law says, hey, this is an excellent character for you to cosplay for my upcoming calendar.
Oh,
SDA. SDA's here. Hang on a sec. SDA won the sketch card. So SDA, you got to choose between these two. This one is already taken. Which one do you choose? The face or the kind of more mid one?
You have 5 seconds to decide.
Yeah. So just let me know which one you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other one will go to Mo Biggs.
The first one.
The first one. All right, Mo, you're getting the middle one.
Hold it.
I don't know what you're trying to say, Rob. Obviously, he chooses the left. That's the one I made the short out of. That short is coming out tonight. Send me. If you aren't on Twitter, I don't know if you're on Twitter, shoot me a DM. If you aren't on Twitter, send an email to michaelbancroft1980 at hotmail. Gmail.com. Hotmail. That's a bit old. Let me actually put it in the chat. So you
what a waste of time this is. God damn it. Good job, SDA.
I'm getting you angrier. Gmail.com. There you go. Not on Twitter. Okay.
Eris Michael Bancroft 1980 we've been chipping away at between our paid gigs for the last 5 years.
Who's saying what? What?
I was just reading the book. It's a passion project, Mike.
So I feel like there is a lot of passion into it.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. It's like, I feel like a lot of guys would really dig this, this story. But I wonder if it is like a gay book. I don't know. It doesn't really say it anywhere. Why am I? Because the art is good. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of action, really creative spreads. But then it's a lot of dudes walking around naked. You know?
It's
Okay,
like it's a gay book. It's got a lot of creative spreads. I'm like, oh my god, Mike.
can books be gay? I mean, yeah, you know, if it's about, is it about gay dudes? It's all I want to know. You know,
it's just men being men.
Exactly. It is very masculine. I'll give them that. There's no like femboys in here. They're all very manly men. That's great art. I mean,
yeah, art's pretty good, man. Yeah.
Great buffalo shots.
I'll give the art an 8.
Yeah, I think if there was a little bit more depth separation in the colors, we could get an extra point in there.
Yeah.
Beastman says, I know gay when I see it. It's like, oh, there you go. If you like 300 movie, you'll love this comic. Yeah, there was a lot of that in that movie. And that wasn't necessarily gay, I don't think. Anyway. Yeah, there you go. Casey Anthony right there as well. Is this the gayest Kickstarter ever? It wouldn't even be in the top 1,000.
It's funny though, like if you place the guys with chicks, we'd love this campaign to death.
Yeah, that is true. But you know, everyone has their own preferences, and we're all right with that. That's fine. I'll leave you on that image there. All right, what was the other one? This one I could have put on ArtShare. It's called Drifter Omnia, and it has less money. Oh my god, it has less money than the other one. And what we look like, this one here has, what does this have? 65,000.
Yeah,
it's
but
all
that's
about
like 600 backers though.
Yeah, it's all about you know, your audience reach. Let me put the link for this one because I think you guys are going to be impressed. All right, blah blah blah, talking. I mean, okay, all right. We're starting off with another naked guy, but I don't think that's the focus.
Good skin though.
Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah, but great art. Look at it. Almost reminds me a little bit of that Ex Machina? No, whatever was that.
Why, Bancroft? Go back to the top. Why would you have like a fucking wall of text and not have?
I know, right?
Straight away.
Yeah. Look how much I had to scroll down.
Like,
first of all, that's the main image, which you can see a little. Okay,
stupid.
the art looks promising.
Terrible.
But you know all this. And then what is Drifter? Well, let me tell you about it in 300 words and get a pull quote from Robert Kirkman.
Okay, that's pretty decent.
Yeah. But you could put that over some art. It would probably help.
Terrible advertising. You're right.
Why this edition matters, what's in the book, and this. Yeah, like start. I mean, I wouldn't start with this art necessarily.
No, neither would I. That's pretty cool.
Any other page would.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty wicked.
I swear people forget like comics is a visual medium. You know,
that looks a bit like what's his face? Jorge Jimenez. Is it Jorge? And by the way, the guy who did Meta Barons, the artist. This reminds me of that. That is sick.
Yeah, man. Like this is top level art.
Yeah. Beautiful. I don't know, like that's a panel there. I don't know if like are these comic pages or just panels? I don't know. This one looks like a page. Look at that.
Yeah, man. That's sick.
It was Jorge. Yeah, start with this up the top.
Crazy.
And maybe you would have more. You would have more
that.
money.
Like, look how sick does that look?
Yeah, this is buried. We're already way down.
Yeah. This makes me want to write an angry email to them. Like, what are you guys doing?
Need to restart your show about how to, you know, set up campaigns. But yeah, this is rad. I mean, yeah. Which edition should I get? I don't know about that cover. Why not just put this on a cover?
Yeah.
You know, or this. Something. That's good. I do like that.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
Quite graphic. I don't know about all the little things, but Bancroft's boycott of my jokes is only holding back his own success. I'm sorry, Mo. Great stuff. What is this? Says Dan. This is called Drifter. It's on Kickstarter right now. I'll put the old link in the chat for you. It is got 24 days left. Omar Ladron vibes. And apparently Jorge Jimenez has a Kickstarter right now. I will check that out for next time. I love it when he says cover.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. All right, anyway, a lot of text. Reading. Yeah, good stuff. So we had one that didn't really light Rob's fire. We had another one that lit a different kind of fire. And then we had this one, which I think we're all agreed.
The art on this makes me rescore the other two and take away 1 point each from them.
They go down each. What's this one on
down, now? 5, and the other one can go to a 7.
Harsh, but yeah, you got to score things on a curve.
Yeah,
it's the omnibus. Sorry, yeah, it's all of them together. How many pages do you get? There's $100 hardcover. How many pages are we talking here?
500 plus.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, good stuff. Oh, okay. I got to stop sharing the screen. We're gonna get away from comics. We're gonna get back to. Do you remember on Camel Knights? Camel came up with the inverse pyramid, upside down pyramid idea.
No.
Yeah, it was a way to essentially scam his watchers, his chatters, his viewers to give him money, like a reverse pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I looking here? Gold. Let me bring it up. It's not coming up. Check this out. This is the future. Are you ready for the future? Would you want to live in an earth scraper?
The person who invented the earth scraper is truly a genius. To address the shortage of land resources, the designer came up with the idea of an underground world. First, engineers need to dig a giant pit 300 meters deep in the city center.
What do you think so far? Initial thoughts?
Well, I mean, I just don't get it because, like, why are they building it down? Like, isn't it going to take up the same amount of space that it would take if it was going upwards?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because he said at the start, to save space, dig down. And then I thought that means they would have one above. But keep watching, they don't.
Then, within the pit, they build an inverted pyramid structure. The entire building has 85 floors and can accommodate up to 100,000 people. This inverted pyramid design allows each floor's residents to receive sunlight. The top of the building is covered by a huge...
So it's just the same. You could have just built it up. It doesn't take any less
And, like,
space.
imagine being on the very bottom. You're only really going to see sunlight when it's like really pretty much above you.
Yeah, that's true. You get like an hour a day of sunlight. I know the AI voices, man.
And like you got to imagine, Mike, that digging that would be harder. Yeah, and much more expensive than just building it upwards.
Well, I like it how it starts off with saying this guy who invented this is a genius, and then proceeds bit by bit to just show bit by bit how it wouldn't work. Now, let's continue.
Glass dome, which also serves as a public square for nearby residents.
So you're going to have a selection of these. It's just going to be like the public square. It's just going to be a series of glass.
Yeah,
squares?
And like, what happens if like everyone just decides to go and stand on top of the glass square? Like, does that just block out sun for everybody in the pit?
Yeah, you put a blanket down. What about if you're wearing a dress or a skirt? Everyone's down there with binoculars.
Yeah.
Angela says, weird. I see a ton of rats. No
People
thanks. People will park on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it gets even more serious than that.
In addition to residential areas, the designer thoughtfully includes museums, offices, shopping streets, parks, and more, creating an underground life experience identical to life on the surface.
Except not identical in any way. You know how on the surface you only get 4 hours of light a day when the sun is directly above you.
point, you might wonder, what would happen if there's an earthquake or a flood? In fact, earth scrapers can significantly reduce the damage caused by earthquakes and tornadoes.
Are people worried in big buildings about earthquakes? How often do you see them fall down? I mean, it does happen, but it's not like a major concern, I don't think, for most people. They're like, oh, I don't want to live in a high rise. What about earthquakes and tornadoes? But how many places have tornadoes? All right, but the flood one is hilarious.
However, the challenge of how to evacuate 100,000 residents in the event of a flood or fire remains an unsolved problem.
That seems like a bit of an issue. Bit of an issue, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be moderately safer, even though it wasn't a problem in other buildings with earthquakes and tornadoes. If a tornado rocks around, you don't get hardly any sun. You got to go down some crazy elevator system. Who knows? And if it floods, you're all going to drown. I haven't figured that one out yet.
How does the elevators work, Mike? If it's pointed,
I imagine they'd have to be diagonal.
Diagonal elevator. Wow.
I did watch Silo. Yeah, it was a whole. They did it because they had to, not because they wanted to, and it caused a whole lot of problems. And the bottoms of them did flood. Yeah. Now I like it. It's more of a challenge to survive.
Maybe it'd be a good prison.
I know there's no elevator. Yeah, prison exactly.
There's a slide.
That's what's underneath the pyramids. It's a big slide. You go all the way down.
Yeah.
Giant escalators.
Therefore, the concept of earth scrapers has not yet been realized. If this concept becomes a reality one day in the future, would you live there?
I'm not surprised it hasn't been realized. Yeah, so what's that? I don't know. I wonder if an AI just made this whole thing up.
Yeah.
There's an AI out there that just made this up, made all the graphics, it made up the words, it made up the idea. No human was involved. It's some AI account, I wonder. It could very well be. I watched the new Mission Impossible movie. Not
was
new,
good.
It's a couple years old now. It starts off super slow. It's crazy. I mean, we started watching really late. So the first 30 minutes is just the setup before the friggin', you get the 30 minutes of that. And it's kind of slow. So I was like, all right. And then it does have some really good chase scenes in a car, and then it ends with a bang. It ends really well, but it's a bit of a slog to get through there. Anyway, the bad guy is called the entity in it, which is an AI. So that's who they're fighting against.
Way to ruin the movie for everyone.
It's not a spoiler. You learn it at the start. It's not a spoiler. Just make a drain hole at the bottom that goes way deeper into the ground. Problem solved. I don't know if that's how it's going to work. Charlie says, this reminds me of Bancroft Shorts. I do have a bit of a droning AI voice. That is true. That is true. What else have I got for you here, Rob? What's this? Oh, this is I call this throwback Monday. I mean, it's Monday for us. A guy in 1999 showing off his brand new TV that he bought for $5,000. This feels real to me because I went over to see my friend's new TV maybe a bit earlier than this. That was 12 grand. He spent 12 grand on a TV.
Crazy.
That's what we were doing back in those. Well, I wasn't, but people were doing.
I'm actually going to have you guys come down here.
He's brought his friends over and everything.
Y2K. By the way, I got a surprise for you all. Actually, surprise. I have a surprise. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
You're really curious. So, I think you guys are going to be amazed.
Whoa!
Dude, look at that. Look at that fucking TV.
Oh, I didn't know it was big.
Where did you get this
Wow.
I bought it, dude. I bought it like a couple of days ago at Best Buy.
What do you get this for like $10,000? How much did this cost you?
It was kind of near that price. Half of that about. Pretty much. I mean, well, you know, hey, I'm actually gonna
Look at them all standing around.
Crazy.
Where is it? I gotta get back to it.
Yeah.
I guess now we don't know how good we have it.
Yeah.
$5,000. How big was that thing? It was like this big. I think the screen I'm looking on right now is bigger than it. Valley Law. I was 4 years old. All right, Rob is unimpressed. I think that was. I mean, cute isn't the right word, but I thought that was funny, Rob. It's a look back into the past. All right, you didn't like that.
No.
How about some Batman?
Oh, fucking hell!
But even better, Batman AI.
Okay. All right.
It's actually pretty interesting. It's someone made the Batmobiles. I don't know this one, 1939. I guess that's how the Batmobile looked in the old comics. This is actually a pretty cool little animation. We don't need the sound. I'll just play the animation. So I guess that's in the comics as well. TV show. That's all I knew of Batman before.
Yeah, that's when it got good. The 89 one. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, this animation. That one, I don't know what they're doing there. All right, going a bit crazy.
Yeah,
do you like that one?
Tumblr. I did.
Yeah, I
liked
do as well.
Tumblr. I thought it was cool.
What one was that? Oh, that was that's the last one. The Zack Snyder one. Yeah, I don't remember that one. What do you think of that last one?
Yeah, it's all right.
That's pretty cool. That sort of stuff I like AI for, you know,
it's better than
doing
the
weird
TV.
stuff like this that no one else would be bothered to make. Okay, worst not counting the comics because you know they're a bit old. Worst Batmobile.
Well, the first one, I think.
I mean, yeah, not counting them because they're like, you know, they weren't really. Let's say after this one.
Well,
I'm gonna say this one.
Yeah,
probably that one.
I wasn't a fan of the 66 one either. The TV show one.
Yeah. But I mean that's there was 20 years.
89
25 years between that and that. So like I count this one as back with the comics, you know.
Yeah.
Some of these like the mid is interesting. You know,
the 89 one is definitely the coolest, I reckon.
It's hard to top.
Did you guys like the Tumbler? Is that a popular Batman car, or is people just like that's too much?
I think it's popular. Yeah, I think it is. And I did see this movie. That's the one, yeah, where Batman's in that crazy suit. I did see that. That's all right. I mean, I don't love. I think that's cooler than this one.
I'm not a fan of the flying ones though.
Really? I think that's
cool.
I
think it's a bit too much.
Jasper just says yes. Jav says I got 106 centimeter plasma in 2002. Shit was still expensive. It was down from 6K to 4K. Yeah, there's a great video out there on YouTube about the hunt for the world's largest cathode ray TV. It's worth watching, even if you're not interested. It's just a really well-made video. And this thing was like, it actually is. No, it actually is. I'm not interested either, but the guy made a really good video about it. I think back in the day, it was like a $50,000 television or something. And it was like this big. Yeah, see, Sark's seen it. It is. It's crazy what he went through to actually get his hands on it. All right, now I'm just gonna change
that rider.
Oh, okay. You probably, because you don't spend any time on Twitter, so you probably haven't seen this. Speaking of AI, using the AI for good, someone made a Youngblood AI trailer. I haven't seen it because I wanted to show it to you, so we can get our first impressions here. I'm sure everyone here in the chat has seen it.
Shaft and the recon team have been neutralized by Cybernet. He's the only one that survived. Initiate Operation Youngblood.
Is that character you hated that you called the donut for drawing?
I think so, yeah.
Henry hasn't seen it either. All right, let's keep going.
When we land, unleash hell.
Yeah.
It's actually not that bad. I reckon, like, you could show your parents this, Mike, and they wouldn't pick up that anything was wrong with it.
You reckon? I don't know. I mean, especially when they're talking, that's when you see it most. Like when that guy's talking. Look,
Operation Youngblood.
it looks like a pretty good kind of computer game animation. You know.
Yeah.
But still, I mean. Is this what we will be able to do? Just have like spend an afternoon in a couple of years' time and just make a movie trailer of our stuff?
Yeah,
like you could totally do that with Replicator, and you could totally see that being the same thing. I don't know how they do it. I don't know like how much is involved in this. Is this all prompting? Because I mean, I got no idea, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Just
I'd
imagine
rather see that.
Year. Yeah,
I'd
I think
rather
it's
see
like
that than Silver Surfer, though. Like, whatever the hell that chick is.
What's that?
I'd rather see this than that Silver Surfer movie with the chick.
Well, there you go. It already looks better than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
Crazy.
not in all the way it moves and everything. The gun, it didn't really track properly, but yeah, give it a year. Exactly. Hollywood has done far worse adaptations. I give it compared to a real movie, it's probably like, I don't know, 50% there. But I think that next 50% is going to come like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like this sort of that, the voices sounded like AI. But you could just do the voices yourself.
Yeah. But the
what are you gonna do
mouth
with it?
was moved correctly with the voice. That was pretty good.
What a time to be alive. It was only a few years ago we were, playing around with stupid AI stuff that made weird abstract pictures. And now look what they can do. Actors are just going to license their likenesses. Yeah, but what's going to make them famous in the first place if it's all just AI? Like the current crop of actors can do that, but who's going to come next? I guess you just license the likeness in perpetuity. They can die, and then they just can still, we can still see Tom Cruise movies. But I mean, Rob Liefeld was over the moon watching this, and I can totally understand. Like, it's like seeing what could be,
Yeah. Did it get many like views and likes and stuff?
Oh yeah. It went viral. Where is it? That's not that one. I thought it did. Maybe it was his one. It's only 177. Maybe it was Rob Liefeld. I thought it was more popular than that, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But I wonder, how long does that take to make too? And how difficult is it? How much does it cost? Someone said that with the AI, it's going to be so computer intensive. It's going to take up so much room and computer energy. It's actually going to cost a ton of money to get good AI. So maybe that'll be the difference. I'd see that. Well, yeah, I mean, if they could make an entire movie, I don't know. The lack of effort required is not going to be good for society. I do agree. AI would explain Bancroft's unrealistic forehead. All right.
Like, do you reckon it's going to get to the point where, like, for a significant amount of time, art just dies out?
No, but I think it will become more boutique. Like, for instance, I watch a lot of like guys making tables and stuff. You know, really expensive tables and whatever, like carpentry, and they sell them for tens of thousands of dollars. Now you can machine that, you can even 3D print it, but you know, people want to pay for this guy's skill and the wood and everything that goes into it. So I think there will be people who are willing to pay for real art, and then, but I think, like, you know, watching Clark play Fortnite, they have these art pieces on it and the loading screen. Some of them are by Eric Kennedy, and I was thinking, I wonder if they're going to give guys like Eric Kennedy work in the future, or if they're just going to use AI. Yeah. I don't know. Like, everyone says they know, and like, oh, no one cares how it's made, and I don't know if that's true. I think people do still care, but are they going to care into the future? Who knows? Who knows? But Rob, here's something you should definitely care about. Did you even know what that is? Oh, dude, I have
no idea what this is.
I've gotta play. Let me play you the the video. It's very short. Let's see if you know who it is.
Oh, right.
JD.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
Coming down and kissing the earth like friggin' Robin Hood coming back from the Crusades, you know?
This is they all these chicks went up to space and they came down. Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
And they screamed all the way down or something.
Well, they went into near Earth orbit, I think. They were up there for 10 minutes. So it's one step above, you know, where you can go up in a plane and then it dives. You can kind of float around for 30 seconds. So it's not orbit, but I think it is technically space, but yeah, not real space. Not what, when you say you're going to space, not that.
Look at their faces, Mike. Like, how much work have they had done?
What was this? Like, was this a marketing campaign for this thing?
They just,
it looks like the Real Housewives of space or something.
Real Housewives of Plastic Surgery. My God.
And just the way that they the FAA says they do not qualify as astronauts. No, they came back and they're like, Katy Perry, astronaut, you know.
Oh, icon. Really?
Yeah.
No. Oh, God.
Bo Peasy has it. Put a chick in it and make it lame and gay. This was so like, it makes me wonder how people don't know it's going to be cringe before they do it. And then they do it and everyone says this is super cringy. And they're like, oh, we didn't realize.
Crazy.
You know? NASA was also a marketing campaign. Yeah, I guess. Only women could take a cool thing like getting a toy into a bit of space and showing it, making it look lame and cringy. It was just like, this was super weird. Angela says, yeah, the camera really brings out that silicone.
Does anyone find them attractive? Like, what is going on?
Any of these?
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine. I mean, it's so weird. I've said this before. There used to be a young girl who was a dealer at Crown. She's very pretty, and all the guys would hit on her. And I don't know if like that had played a thing into it, but she came one day and she did the lip thing. And she had Botox done, and she was young. She was in her 20s, and she looked hideous. And I don't know, like, was she doing it to look good, or was she doing it to ward them off? I mean, It's such a weird thing. Zoom, you got to zoom away all the way out back to space, and then they finally look good. There's a whole weird thing too when they opened the door on the capsule. It opened before, so everyone's like, it's all a photo op. It wasn't even really like proper and everything. But anyway, women love to ruin their faces. It's sad. Yeah, you gotta come to terms with your age. Take it in your strides. Although I saw a picture of Demi Moore. She looked like she was friggin' 30 years old or something.
Mm.
All right, I have just a couple more things to show you, Rob, and then I'll let you go.
All right. Oh, God, this is going to be bad. This is going to annoy me.
This is totally something we will see a watch on Camel Nights. Camel's going to give me a friggin' cease and desist. It says, the most useful purchase of my adult life. Are you ready?
It's muted.
You don't need to hear it. There's nothing to hear. What do you think, Rob? How much would you pay for that? Give me a price.
0. Why?
Why? What's wrong with
Why do you need to eat cereal while you're driving?
Why do you need to drink it in a tube?
Oh my God.
Because spoons are for boomers, Rob.
Ugh.
And that man is a child. I know. Is that even an adult?
Look at his face.
If I drew a face like that, you would say I've drawn it wrong.
Yeah.
You say go back to the drawing board. Normally
Cereal on the go.
Normally the eyes are in the middle of the head. This guy's like how a child draws a head. You know? Anyway, I shouldn't get too personal with it, but it looks like it's AI. It does a little bit.
So, like, what happens if you have too big a swig? Do you just get, like, all the cereal stuck down your throat while you're driving? Like, seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, you could take... That's a big load of cereal.
Oh, my God.
You could have that.
Big load of cereal, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big load. That's right.
Well, I was just thinking, because not all cereal is small little bits. Some of them are big chunkers. I don't know if this would even work for that. They probably didn't think of that. Yeah. All right. So you're not. Yeah. Cereal is bad for you anyway. Don't eat it. It's just.
Yeah, and then it sits in your car all day while you're at work. I mean, that'd be so super gross.
Yeah, because it's all the residue, the milk, the leftover milk, hot in the car.
Gross, dude.
Mo points out, Bancroft is seriously criticizing someone's facial distribution. That is true. That's a bit rich of me to do that. But my eyes are in the middle of my head. Yes, there's a lot of head above, but it's roughly even, Yeah. Well, anyway, Cheerios aren't bad for you. RFK the third. There you go. You can have Cheerios.
Eat the cereal separately and have some milk as a drink.
It's like the something putting the friggin' nuclear device into a bomb or something.
I wonder if this was on Shark Tank or not. That would be hilarious.
Why do these guys look like this? Like, why are they so serious? Well, anyway, I wanted to show some Australiana, because we're both Aussies. You can hear it from our accents. Do I show? Well, let's show this one. This is very Australian, but not something that any Australian would normally see. You'd have to go down to a beach to see it. Have you ever seen this, Rob?
No. Nibble, nibble.
Would you stand around and film it? I mean, I guess you probably.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, was the croc already dead? I mean, it is upside down, Mike.
Well, we didn't see the start. Like, the shark could have gone in, taken a bite of it, and then come back to eat.
Is it twitching?
And finished him
is
off.
It moving
but who
around?
knows?
Mm.
Yeah, you always think you're safe in the shallows.
Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah, they go all the way up to the shore. A bull shark, says Citizen Ronan. Yeah. That is a better video of croc fighting a gator. It's eating a dead croc. You got to eat. Come visit. Well, like I said, that's not an everyday occurrence in Australia. And plus, you got to go somewhere where that can even physically happen. It says it's up in Nullumbi, Australia. I don't know where that is, but it happened not that long ago, a few months ago.
Very cool.
Now, that is not something that happens very common, but something that is more common. This is happens to Rob almost every day, I'd imagine. Is this just hanging out in the front yard in your kangaroo outfit?
There's 2 kangaroos.
Look at this.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
So I have a homework for you, Rob.
Yeah.
Get yourself a pouch because you have kangaroos out the front of your house
All the time. Yeah.
This is something I can't do. We're too urban. But I would love to see this be you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rob wore that to his wedding.
Oh, so cute.
Isn't that amazing, though?
Yeah, that's
crazy
cool.
That we'll come up and do that.
I'm
guessing it's probably, though, you don't see joeys just hanging around by themselves. So it's probably a rescue. So
they probably killed the parent.
Yeah, they probably ran over the parent and they're raising it. I also saw the one earlier today where the guy saves his dog from the... Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, Rocky McCobb, sorry. Read that wrong. Bancroft does something similar with an anteater and a... All right, we won't go there. The Australian furry community is... Yeah, we are a bit strange. Didn't they do a whole TV show on that? A guy dressed as a dog? I think that was...
I don't know.
Wilfred or
Maybe.
something?
Yeah, Wilfred. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. That's going to be the show, Rob. That's all
it.
I've got for us.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know how long it would take. I think
pretty good.
An hour and a half is pretty good. What do you think? Is it worth?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Is it good?
Not bad.
Like the show
Pretty good.
itself. Pretty good. I mean, it's like the art share. It's going to come down to the content. Whether or not I can find anything that's going to interest you or is going to anger you, agitate you. So
Sumo says that was a show for sure.
It was of all the shows that happened.
That was
year,
definitely one of them.
Yes, that definitely one of them. Absolutely, yeah. Add Irene, and you'll have a winner. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if that would work. It's all about Rob's skewed take on like Jasmine napped through most of it. The time just flew right by. Go sign up to Replicator. The link is pinned. It's also in the description. Also sign up for Fractured Mind. Look at that beautiful art, Rob.
I watched that short, Mike. It was pretty good.
Oh, good. Yeah. I normally would record it while I'm doing it, but it was a struggle to get that. I didn't know how I was going to color it. I was doing some new techniques. So I just thought I'll just fake it at the end and overlay. And it worked out fine. It was great. At least with Irene around, Bancroft would be able to justify his gatekeeping to himself. Oi, not in front of a bloody Lodi. We do love Rob. Oh my God. All right. Thank you. Let me go full screen. So that's what you all paid for. Hope you.
Well, I mean, that's a preliminary version. I'll do a better version.
Next week we will have a better version. I'll probably you do the art line art. I'll color it. How about that? Yeah. And that's what we'll have here for next week. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed whatever this is. We had a good crowd in here, so yeah. I'm going to send you all over to Ronan Joe. He's also talking about Fantastic Four. And I hope you have a great week. We'll see you in a few days for the art share. It's gonna be a lot of Rob on this channel now.
Too much.
No, it's we need you back on the stream so that people can know who you are for when you crowdfund. You know?
Oh yeah, that's important, I guess.
Yeah. All right, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out, and I will see you next week. Have a good night. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.